So how do you manage that, or in the early stages of CrossFit, like financially inside and outside of CrossFit?
Financially?
Yeah.
To support your goals?
Like, yeah, because you've got to sacrifice.
When I first started CrossFit, I was, just this December is when I stopped being a teacher. So I was a PE teacher. I worked probably 14, 15-hour days. And I would start training about 7:30 at night and end around 10:30 and drive all the way home, and then have to get up the next morning and do it again. The only reason I got to start working at Dogtown was because they offered me a full-time position, so I'm still coaching a lot. I definitely have more flexible hours, and I get to make my own hours. But I think Jason Kalipa said it the best in a press conference is sometimes you have to make sacrifices in certain parts of your life. He said, you know, I made sacrifices, and he's a very smart businessman. But it's like I made little sacrifices with family time and maybe a little bit with business time, and they were asking me, well, why don't you think you got first? And he was like, I think, you know, Rich just was better than me this weekend. He goes, but maybe I need to make more sacrifices in different places. That being said, I think family, you know, is first. God, family, work, CrossFit. I don't think that CrossFit is a priority over family or, you know, supporting your family. I think that's your main priority. It's just trying to fit everything in at once every day. But, you know, when I have a family, that's going to come first, and then training.
Yeah, financially it hasn't really been that much of a problem. You just put the more hours in, I guess. It's not like you cut stuff out to fit it in, you just add more hours to your day. So yeah, you just got to work harder, I guess. That's that work ethic that it comes down to. If you're willing to work for it, it'll work out in the end. So yeah, it hasn't been too much of a problem. And it's easier for me because I own my own gym, and by me getting better at CrossFit, sort of helping that too. So yeah, it's motivating.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Before I had my own gym, I was working as a small animal vet, and I think I've sacrificed other parts of my life and sleep less and things like that. I wouldn't have been training as many hours a day, as much, yeah, a bit less, but probably still twice a day, so it was definitely less sleep, less recovery. Yeah, so I mean, for me, I've sort of worked hard to change, to make my life easier, like to set up my business in a way that there is time for me to train, things like that. So.
I guess mine's like more directed at Ruth, but you guys can answer it too. Do you feel that you're at a advantage for living in New Zealand, and why or why not?
As I said, like when I get to go to America, it's great that like I'm not there working. Like, there was a little bit of stuff I do, but generally like it takes away that whole part of my life that I'm usually trying to work around. So it's great to be able to go away and kind of just be focused on that. I kind of like the bubble that I'm in Invercargill because it's you know, people don't tend to know what I do too much and things like that, and I don't mind it that way. I think even when I first arrived in America this time, there were like cameras for the first couple of days, and I was like, oh wow, you know, it's like been a while since I'd sort of been exposed to that. I don't think it's a disadvantage. I mean, certainly it's been hard being so distant from Dusty, like to try and be like, hey, I'm having this problem, how can we fix it? And we, you know, send videos and things like that, but that can be a bit of a challenge, for sure. Yeah, but I don't know, I think it makes me appreciate the time that I have with them.